Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Table Talk. It's Alison Soughton here again, joining you from the kitchen table in Melksham's team ministry. It's good to gather, and as I was thinking about what I wanted to chat about today, I was thinking about what it has been like for people who have been, over the last couple of weeks, able to meet together in bubbles. It's an interesting image, that, isn't it? A social bubble. We can choose, if we are living on our own, to be connected with another bubble, a family, if you like, so that you're able to travel with, stay overnight and interact with those in the bubble as if you were living in the same household. So what is it to be a bubble? What is it to live in a bubble? Our candle holder here made me think about that image of a bubble. It's amazing. Have you seen when you blow bubbles with children or just for yourself, for sheer fun of it? When you fill it with the air, with your breath, the life that you breathe into that bubble makes it expand and form into something truly beautiful. And as it leaves, filled with your breath and life, it has the most amazing sheen of colours. A rainbow shines within and without the bubble. As it floats away, you can see it. It is clear, and it, of course, lets light out. So a bubble, not scientifically discussed, but a bubble that makes me smile when I see them. Made me think about what it is to live our lives in bubbles or as bubbles. Before I was a Christian, I suppose I used to hold the view, as I suspect many people do, that Christians tend to live their lives in a bubble. I thought that they were so insular that they didn't recognise what was really happening in the world. They kept within their churches and within their faith, and maybe didn't want to see some of the hard stuff that's going on. Maybe they just wanted to be in that safe little bubble environment. And of course the governments have introduced bubbles, social bubbles, for us to do just that, really, to stay contained within a small area, to know those people who are within that really closely and to keep safe within it. My view of Christianity before I became a Christian was very much like that. That's how I saw Christians behaving. Of course, when I did come to understand God in my life and when I accepted Jesus into my heart and started to go along to meet with other people who felt the same, I learned a bit more about the Christian faith. I learned a bit more about the opportunities within that Christian belief and within those religious organisations, if you like. And they are not bubbles. There is a potential for us to be bubbles. But if you're living your life following Jesus, then the very last thing you can do is to remain in a bubble. Because everywhere that Jesus went, he broke into life. He brought his life as a bubble touches something else and it just breaks open into life. That's what it is to follow Jesus. To be walking through the world, to be recognising the difficulties and the pain and everything that is in the world, good and bad, and to see that reflected through your faith, and to interact with those things with your faith at the heart of how you respond. We don't just float around untouched as Christians. Our call from Jesus couldn't be clearer. Our call is to walk into the world into the muck, into the chaos of life, interact with it, love within that, and to help transform the most difficult parts of life. So we're to speak into tough situations. We're not to stand and think, that's them, this is me, I don't need to say anything here. We're called to speak from our hearts. We're called also to speak from our intellect. And we are called to be everywhere in our world. No places that we do not go. Have you ever had one of those bubble ones and really given it a good swing around the garden and watched the bubbles go? They go in every direction. They float high. Some come down low. They are all around you as you stand in the midst of all those bubbles. We are the light of the world if we believe in God. Christ came to be the light, and we are here to shine into the darkness. No matter how tough our times, whether it's with COVID, whether it's way beyond COVID, whether it's pre-COVID, all of us have struggles and pains and fears and joys. And as we walk through them all, as Christians in the world, I pray that some of the lightness of those bubbles bursts into people's lives, but that through the lens of that bubble we see clearly the lives of everyone, and we do something to reach out and to help and to serve and to show the way, because that's what I think Jesus wants from you and from me. So if you're in a social bubble and you're loving being able to connect with your family, then that's wonderful and it's keeping you safe. But as we start to unfurl and get back to life slowly and surely, I want you to break out of your bubbles, break into the world, and let people know that Jesus is in your heart and that God loves them. Take care. Until we meet again, God bless.